Now ADT can help protect your family at home and on the go. Get started with ADT's best offer, an ADT starter kit and security camera installed free. A savings of $449. Plus, you'll get ADT Go, the new family mobile safety app and service for 24/7 emergency response. Go to ADT.com/podcast today to take advantage of ADT's best offer with 36-month monitoring contract, easy pay and QSP. Early termination and activation fees apply. Additional charge for ADT Go premium services after 3/31/18. Certain markets excluded. Licenses available at ADT.com. Offer ends April 1st.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If I were to describe the guy who's on the phone for a second date update today, if I were to describe his first date with a newspaper headline, it would probably read, "Spontaneous first date spontaneously combusts."
Oh.
Leaving one survivor, and that would be Sean, who's on the phone for a second date update right now. What's up, Sean?
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
Good. Would that be a pretty accurate headline?
I'd have to say yeah.
Oh, no. That's not a good fate for the girl you went out with.
Your email was a little confusing, so why don't you tell me exactly what happened?
Okay, so it was a weird night. I was supposed to hang out with some friends, and they couldn't show up. They texted me, hey, we're not going to make it. So I'm just like wandering around downtown, bored, alone. So I jumped on Tinder and said, hey, let's see if I can find someone that's close by. Maybe I could find something else to get into, you know?
I like that. Okay. You are taking lemons and making lemonade, sir.
Hey, that's what you got to do, man.
Right?
All right. So tell us about the lemonade.
Okay, so the lemonade's name is Nina.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Nina Lemonade. I like it.
And Nina's
sweet, tart, too sugary. What'd you think of the Nina Lemonade?
I got to say, the Nina Lemonade was awesome. So we ended up meeting at a bar.
Okay.
She was hanging out already with her friend, and she was like, hey, why don't you just come by, meet up with us? We're already out, we're close by. So it's a pretty safe situation. And so when I met her, she was cute. I mean, she was like hot in a weird, quirky way. Like she's not like that girl that you walk in and it's like everything stops. But she was like sexy librarian hot.
Okay.
So she's business as usual hot. Like, she's not hot where everything stops. She's hot where everything just goes on about its normal pace, and she's just in there looking okay.
Like that.
I did not follow that at all, what you guys just said. About
subtle hot.
Or parking lot hot. I like to call that parking lot hot. Like, you walk by her, and you're like... You walk by her in the parking lot, you're like, all right, she was okay, and then you just continue on to your car. She was parking lot hot.
Why are you in a parking lot? I'm so confused. She was beautiful, is what I hear.
She was a step up from parking lot hot. She was that middle school teacher that if you see her at the bar, you'd still go for it.
Okay, listen, no girl wants to be compared to a middle school teacher or something that you look at in a parking lot.
No, but she's compared to a hot middle school teacher, completely different. We're on the same page here, Sean.
Oh my God, I'm so lost.
How did the whole evening go, though, with her?
All right, so first impression, I went baller on her, and I bought drinks for her and all her girlfriends.
Nice.
Okay.
It was all good. We were having great conversation. I was flowing with her and her girls. I was on point with my jokes. And then, I thought I really must have been doing well because her girls branched off and gave me some alone time with her.
Oh, that is a good sign.
Yeah.
Because if your girls co-sign on it, then your foot's in the door, right?
Yeah, and I'll tell you, I've been out with my girlfriends when they've had a Tinder date meet up with them, and he did not turn out very good, so we did not leave her side.
Oh.
Yeah, because then you're like, you shall not pass.
Yeah. Well, you're just trying to help her out, man. But she was obviously into it if her girls left.
Exactly. So then we're hanging out, we're sort of kicking it and nuzzled up a little bit, I thought. And so she said, oh, wait, you know what? I got to run to the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. So I'm waiting, and she never comes back.
What?
Oh, the ultimate diss.
So she ditched you.
Oh.
Dude, but this is the weird part. Now it gets even weirder, right? Her girlfriends are still in the next room.
Wait, so she's not hanging out with her girlfriend? She's like gone.
Well, this is what I'm thinking. I said, okay, well, maybe she's in the next room with her girlfriends and they got caught up talking about something or whatever, running. You know how girls do. So I go in there and I'm like, hey, where's Nina? And they were like, we don't know. I said, what? Like, it's only 2 rooms here. It's where you are and where we were. She's not here and she's not with you. You don't know where your friend is? They're really playing dumb. They're like, no, we don't know. Last we saw her, she was with you. So I'm thinking, okay, they're running some kind of game on me, but I don't even understand because It's not like I was some cheapskate. I bought them all drinks. If they're running game, they should have just kept pimping me for the drinks, right?
Right. Yeah, for
I
sure.
don't know.
Totally.
It's sometimes not worth it, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, we're women. We make our own money. We can pay our own drinks. We don't need to hang out with you if you really suck that bad.
Okay, that's fine, but would you leave your girlfriend with a guy that you felt sucked really bad?
No.
Exactly, right?
Well,
So,
I like how Jose answered. She was like, no, I would never leave my girls. Are you kidding me?
right, you know?
I think that question was more for Brooke.
Sorry,
but would you
Brooke.
leave your girls with the guy that you thought sucked?
it is interesting. Did you text her?
That's the thing, yeah. So I'm texting her. I called her. She's not picking up, and her girls are still playing dumb. Like, they don't know where she is. They can't get in contact with her either.
Okay.
You know, what are you supposed to do at that point?
Can I ask you, did the group of girlfriends seem concerned that she was gone?
They didn't seem concerned, which was
then-
even weirder.
Then I
Like,
think they were lying to you. They knew
do?
where she was. Yeah, because if you don't know where someone is and they really just take off, then I would be worried. I'd be like, oh my God,
Yeah.
what did she say
Unless-
to you? Why did she go?
Unless they're one of those friends who always takes off. Like, who always just gets drunk and wandered
That's
off. You're like,
true.
That's true.
whatever.
That's just her.
I don't know what happened, man. I mean, I want to get to the bottom of it. I want to figure out what happened.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
interesting. And it sucks. You got ditched twice in one night, man.
Ouch.
Exactly. My friends, she got me.
All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, and then call her and get your second date update, okay?
Awesome.
All right, just go hang out over there. We're going to go to the bathroom real quick. We'll be right back. All right, we'll do it next.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you just tuned in to today's second date update, Sean is on the phone, and Sean is good at a lot of things. Well, I don't really know the other things, but I know Sean is good at getting ditched. Pretty much what Sean is good at.
Oh, wow.
He got ditched by his friend, so he was looking for somebody to hang out with. Then he hopped on Tinder, and then he found a girl named Nina to hang out with. He showed up to the bar where she was at, hung out with her and her friends for a while, and then Nina kind of dipped out, and even the friends didn't know where she went. So he's wondering what happened to Nina because she hasn't called him back since he met her that night. All right, Sean, you ready to go?
Yeah, and for the record, your recap really did wonders for my self-esteem. I appreciate it.
Poor Sean.
I was hoping it would help, Sean. We're here for you, though, okay?
Yeah, I can tell. Thanks.
Yeah, at least for like another 5 minutes or so, and then
Yeah.
we're done.
Now, do you just want to find out where she went, or do you actually want to go out with this girl again?
I mean, I was very interested. You know, I thought we had a little something going on. So, yeah, of course I want to know what happened and where she went, but I'd be interested in going out again if she could explain this.
Okay, but if she can't and she just said you suck and I left, then we shouldn't
That's a
ask.
different story. I'm glad that you found her, so at least I know she is alive.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, cool. Well, I'm going to dial her phone number right now, see if we can get your second date update, okay?
All right.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Nina, please?
this is Nina.
Oh, good. You're safe. Nina, I've been worried about you.
Okay, who is this?
Oh, this is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. This is Brooke,
Hey, Nina.
and Jose is the guy that you just heard laugh.
Okay, why am I talking to a bunch of people?
Because we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them after, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and find out what happened. And you recently met up with one of our listeners, but now you're not talking to him.
Okay, this is weird.
Yes.
I know. I figured it would be. But his name is Sean.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, he seems like a really cool guy.
What?
Wait, hold on, Nina. Why are you being so nonchalant about this whole thing? Because he said that you ditched him.
I ditched him?
Yeah, that's what he says.
He said you went to the bathroom and, didn't come back, ditched him.
Oh my God. I guess I did. Oh God.
I'm so confused.
How-
I can't believe I did that. That was so mean.
Yeah.
How are you not? I am so confused by you right now, Nina.
Me too.
Yeah, how did
I
you
know.
how'd you ditch him on accident? And then why haven't you responded to his phone calls or anything?
To be honest, when I went to the bathroom, I I accidentally met up with my ex, and
Okay.
you know, obviously we're no longer together, but we just have this chemistry, and whenever we see each other, we just hook up. We can't seemed to keep our hands off each other, and
So
I
wait.
just, you know.
When you went to the bathroom, you ran into your ex and like went home with him?
Yeah, we just, you know.
But
You know how it is when there's like passion for someone. I honestly like forgot about Sean, and I was just in the moment, and we took off, you know, and I just ended up spending the rest of the night with him. I'm really sorry. I feel terrible.
But how are you just now realizing that you ditched Sean in this whole thing?
I know. It was just, we just had so much fun that night. I guess I just completely forgot about Sean.
Okay. Why not call him back or text him back after he tried to get a hold of you?
I felt a little weird afterward, you know? I didn't want to tell him. I didn't want to lie to him. I just kind of figured it was a quick situation and he would go away. So I just kind of left it at that.
I think that's pretty understandable.
Yeah.
What are you
The
gonna
only
say?
problem is, Nina, he hasn't gone away because he's actually on the other line listening to this conversation and wants to talk to you.
Are you serious right now? Like, is this really real life?
Are you serious? You had him waiting on the phone to talk to me this whole time? What's wrong with you guys? Oh, my God.
I'm sorry, but yeah, he was waiting this whole time to talk to you, and now I guess he knows the truth.
What kind of person does this? Like, you actually forgot that we were in the middle of a date? Like, how can you just forget that a human being even exists because you bump into some dude?
Oh, my God. Sean, first of all, I was drunk, and we, like, I literally had just met you, like, you know, what was it, like 45 minutes? So
after
you're a
you
nice
sobered up,
guy, but...
So after you sobered up, you saw my text, you saw that you missed calls, no, nothing in you, there was no remorse, no, oh man, that's pretty messed up, nothing. No.
I mean, I feel bad about it, but I kind of figured it was such a quick hookup, and I thought I said goodbye to you before I left, so, you know, I forgot. You know, I was, like I said, I had a few drinks, so I wasn't thinking clearly.
We're on a first date, Nina. I mean, and you just go hook up with your ex-boyfriend. You don't sound like you're all that broken up about it. I mean...
I do feel bad about it, but come on, we met on Tinder, dude. I mean, you know, it's not like you're going to propose to me or anything, so I didn't think it was a big deal. I mean, you know, I guess maybe at some point I would have reached. I just really didn't put a lot of thought into it.
At some point? But were you going to wait till I had a birthday? I mean...
No, I figured I would call you at some point, but, you know, I was just wrapped up with my ex, and I wasn't really putting a lot of focus on it, you know?
Nina.
Oh, my God.
I know. I feel so bad for you, Sean. Nina, that is really messed up that you just ditched somebody. He had a bad night to begin with. He had already been ditched by his friends.
Well, first of all, not everybody has an ex like my ex. Okay, this guy, well, I won't even get into that. And I mean, I do feel bad for Sean. I just never thought it was that deep, really.
You know what? Now I don't even feel as bad. I don't even feel as bad. Because you know what I did? So I wouldn't take a total loss for the night? I hooked up with one of her girlfriends.
No way!
You did not tell us that before, Sean.
Wait a minute, what? You did what?
Oh, now it matters? Now it matters?
Wait a minute,
I hooked up.
who was it? Who did you hook up with?
I mean, why does it matter? You know, I'm just some guy you were going to call at his birthday. I mean,
No,
what difference does it make?
You know, it doesn't even matter. I bet I know who it was anyway. It's she's a slut in the group. But now I'm just like, I'm really confused because if you did that, why are you going through all this trouble to contact me? Why don't you just go with her?
That's a good point.
Why are you contacting me?
I mean, I was a little more interested in you, but, you know, I'm over that now, obviously.
Well, you're not. I mean, you're. It's sounding all confusing to me because if you're interested in me, why are you hooking up with one of my friends?
Oh, let me use
that's not
drunk,
cool.
Let me use your drunk excuse. Oh, I was drunk, so, you know, it just kind of happened.
Oh, no, you didn't. No, you didn't.
All right, well, on this note, Nina, I would like to ask you if you would like to go out with Sean again on a second date. We will pay for it.
That's a very generous offer, but I think I will respectfully decline.
Oh my God! I wanted you guys to go out again to see who you'd actually end up going home with that night.
Well,
might be fun.
maybe you can pay for him to go out with okay?
I mean, good. I mean, I don't want to go with you again anyway. I mean, honestly, your girlfriend was a little hotter than you, and then there was a couple other ones that I might be more interested in with that party anyway. So, yeah.
Okay, so now Sean's got all the girls.
This is why I should meet up with guys on Tinder. I am done with that whole situation. I mean, you have, like, completely turned me off, and, like, if I'm going to be meeting jerks like you, then, nah, not even worth it.
No.
That's fine. Yeah, stick to guys that dump you in real life.
Oh, my God.
My God.
All right, well, thank you very much, you guys. And at least, hey, Sean, look at it this way. Now that you're kind of an ex of hers, you went on a date, next time you see her out with another dude, you might be able to hook up with her. It all works out.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
A text in at 78592 that says, can you give me Sean's number? I'd love to go out on a date with him and then run into my ex and sleep with my ex, too. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. Talking about today's second date update. If you missed it, this dude Sean wanted to call a girl named Nina. They met while they were out at the bar. Actually, he got ditched by his friends, and then he found her on Tinder, and he met up with her, and then she ditched him as well. So he couldn't figure out what happened. We got her on the phone, and she actually sort of forgot about Sean when they were hanging out because she ran into her ex, and her ex apparently is one of those people that no matter what, you can't get enough of. So she left the bar with her ex and just forgot that she was hanging out with Sean and then didn't want to call him back. She's like, whatever, we hung out for like a couple hours. I don't need to get back to him. And yeah, she told Sean that she ditched him that night so she could go have fun with her ex.
I think everyone understands like that there's that one ex that you hook up with no matter what, but there's still like some sort of niceties that you have to do in ending another date before you make that happen.
Yeah, or at least say goodbye to the guy.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Be like, hey, it was really cool meeting up with you, but my ex is awesome in the bedroom.
Well, you can leave that information out.
I haven't tested you out yet, so you can understand. I'm going to stick with the old reliable here on this one.
I would hate to date
She
you.
just didn't have any remorse, man.
No, she didn't care at all.
She was intense.
Well, apparently so was their lovemaking.
Yeah,
So
well.
that's why.
Text in 78592. Do you have a relationship like that with your ex? I'm curious how many people out there would actually ditch somebody on a first date to hook up with their ex. And if you want to do a second date update, remember, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back. Young Jeffrey's Song of the Week coming up in just a few minutes at 8:10.
Now ADT can help protect your family at home and on the go. Get started with ADT's best offer, an ADT starter kit and security camera installed free. A savings of $449. Plus, you'll get ADT Go, the new family mobile safety app and service for 24/7 emergency response. Go to ADT.com/podcast today to take advantage of ADT's best offer with 36-month monitoring contract, easy pay and QSP. Early termination and activation fees apply. Additional charge for ADT Go premium services after 3/31/18. Certain markets excluded. Licenses available at ADT.com. Offer ends April 1st.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
The guy on the phone to do a second date update today scored a date with probably one of the hardest people to get a date with.
Ooh.
Really?
You know, one of the hardest professions. They're used to telling guys no all the time. And you always dream about getting a date with them, but it never works out.
Oh, I know what you're talking about
I'm
now.
not talking about your local state senator.
Oh, then
Those
we're not
women
on the same
are
page.
constantly turning dates down. The male senators, they're easy to get a date with. Like, they just send you random messages on Twitter all the time. You have to turn them down. But the female senators, really tough to get a date with. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a bartender.
Oh, yeah.
It is tough to score a date with a female bartender.
It sure is.
Because they're used to just drunk dudes hitting on him all night long, and somehow he did it. His name is Tom. He's on the phone right now. Tom, I bow down to you. Good job, sir.
Well, yeah, I mean, thank you.
Did you actually hit on her inside her own bar?
You know, I did, but not probably in the way that you think. I wasn't gross about it. I didn't want to be gross about it.
Oh, because I thought for sure you just pulled down your pants and said, "You want some of this?"
That that doesn't usually work for me.
No. I've gotten kicked out of a few bars doing that, so I'm glad you didn't go that route. So how did you do it? Because I'm sure there's a lot of guys wondering. I know I've tried to hit on a few bartenders and always gotten turned down.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I had the fear in me that I was just going to get shot down. So, and I guess this is the embarrassing part. I was like, let's Google how you hit on a bartender. And there's a million articles.
Right.
Really, I don't know why that shocks me.
Oh, there's so many. And the thing is, it's sort of like pretty commonsensical, which is like, don't treat her like she's a bartender, just treat her like she's a human being. And how do you interact with human beings? You like find commonality and you actually talk to them like a person.
Oh, so just like you're hitting on a regular person.
Yeah.
Weird.
Huh.
You just blew
Interesting.
Jubal's mind.
And you know that sort of idea of like, I'm not hitting on you because you're hot. I'm hitting on you because I think you're interesting. We might have something in common.
Right.
Well, again, now Jubal's out.
I'm so confused.
He's so out. This is never going to work for him.
What's her name, by the way?
Her name is Heather.
Heather. All right. And did you stay there until closing time? How did you?
I absolutely did. I mean, I stayed there as long as I could because I didn't want to like be like, so what's up? You know, when she's trying to do her job.
Right. So you wait till she's done, and then she's walking out to her car, and you're standing by her car.
No.
No, that doesn't quite. No.
I just don't know how you did it.
Yeah, I think you need to give up on guessing.
It was a slow night, you know, which really helped. And I was there with friends, so it wasn't like I was just there by myself.
Good.
And then finally, when it was like we were all leaving and they were starting to put the chairs up, I was like, look, I know you get hit on all the time, and I don't want to be a creep, and I want to keep coming into this bar, and I don't want it to be weird, but I'd love to go out sometime. I'd love to have a drink or have dinner or something. And is that something you'd be interested in? You just sort of like, you know, like put all my cards on the table.
Man, my heart just melted. That's the nicest thing I've ever heard. No wonder she agreed to a date with you.
And she was like, yeah, sure thing.
Cool.
What did you guys do when you went out?
So we just went out to dinner and we chatted. Like it was really great. Actually, it was very easy. None of it felt like, what am I going to do or what am I going to talk about? It was all just very easy. And that felt great. That's usually not the case when it comes to going on a date. You know, usually I have to invent worlds of interesting things to talk about, and I feel like super, I don't know, self-conscious. And I didn't feel any of that, so it was awesome.
How did you guys end things?
Well, we went back to her place and continued talking, had another drink, and did a little makeout on the couch, like a little, so that was awesome. And actually, her roommates came home, like, sort of in the middle of it. And that was super awkward.
And they're bartenders, too, and they all joined in.
This fantasy gets
oh
better
my God.
and better.
That would have been great. No, that didn't.
Oh, damn.
But no, that didn't happen. We just sort of stood up awkwardly. I mean, we were, like, there was no clothing off. Like, we weren't at that point.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it was just sort of uncomfortable, but also kind of funny. But that was a pretty good segue to the end of the evening. She's like, hey, my roommates are home. Like, I should hang out. And I was like, yeah. But then as she walked me out, we kissed again. So I was like, okay. I felt like if we lost any momentum, we sort of got it back in that moment.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's great.
Right,
I
so-
mean, it sounds really sweet, to be honest with you.
It felt pretty great, to be honest with you.
So why do you think she's not calling back now?
I have no idea, and it's kind of making me crazy.
Are you showing up to the bar every day and just silently staring at her the whole time?
No, I haven't. I haven't been back to the bar, just for other reasons, just because I've been too busy at work. But I also didn't want to, like, show up and be like, hey...
Creepy.
Yeah, so I don't know. Like, I didn't want to mess up my relationship to that bar either, and so now I'm worried, like, I don't know how many things I've messed up, or if I've messed up anything. Like, she's a super cool person. Like, maybe she's just going out with somebody else.
Okay.
You know, and it could be totally fine. It's the not knowing part that's really hard.
How long has it been?
It's been a little bit over a week.
Okay.
You sound so normal and nice and respectful.
Thanks, guys.
I feel like there's something that we're not getting.
Like, wrong with it?
Yeah, I don't know.
All right. Well, we'll figure it out. We'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, all right?
That sounds great. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Hold on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just tuning in for today's second date update, Tom is on the phone, and he wants to call a girl named Heather. Tom did something that men have been trying to do for a long time. It's an age-old tradition. You saunter into the bar after a long day at work, and you pull up your stool, and you take off your hat, and you say, howdy, miss. I'd like 2 fingers of Jack, please.
I feel like we're in a
Why,
saloon.
your gams are looking good today.
Oh, not the gams.
I'm tired. Sure could use a load off. My dogs are barking. Been plowing the fields since 6 o'clock this morning. Speaking of plowing fields, how about you and me go back to my place? Or we just stay here at the bar, either one.
Hey, man,
And that's what happened.
Forward.
In other words, Tom went out on a date with a bartender. He got her number, they went out for dinner, and he says that they had a great time, even ended the night with a makeout session back at her place that was broken up at some point by her roommates coming back and ruining the whole thing. But she kissed him before he left, and then that's the last he heard from her. So we're about to call her right now and find out what went wrong. Tom, ready to go, Chief?
Oh, yeah, ready to go.
Now, are you concerned that if she says something really awful that you'll never be able to frequent the bar again? Because you like that bar.
I mean, that is definitely a concern, but I'd like to think of her well-being higher than that, but it's definitely a concern.
Okay.
There are lots of other bars out there and lots of other bartenders.
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no problem.
I like your motivational speech,
Yeah.
Jubal. That was good.
Hey, that's it. I'm not telling you you're going to get a second date. Just, hey, there's probably other places that you could go, so don't worry about it. All right, I'm going to call her right now. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is Heather there?
Yeah, this is her.
Hey, Heather, how are you? My name is Jubal. I host the morning show, Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Okay.
How are you doing?
I'm fine. How did you get my number?
A friend of mine gave it to me, actually.
A friend of yours?
A friend of mine. His name is Tom. And you guys recently went out on a date.
Tom gave you my number?
Yeah.
What the Why the hell would Tom give you my number?
Well, we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. So Tom emailed us and told us about your date. And then...
Oh, okay. He told you about our date.
Yes, he did. And then he also said that he's confused why you're not getting back to him because he'd like to see you again.
That's bullshit. I don't understand what the hell he's thinking.
I am confused by your reaction.
I think he didn't want to call you and ask because you've already proven that you don't want to talk to him because he's tried, I guess. So he thought maybe we could get you on the phone and be successful.
Oh, he's... okay.
He sounded really nice.
He sounded nice? Yeah, I thought he was nice too until I found out who he really is. He was acting like a f***ing ass. I mean, I don't know if he told you the whole story.
He said that you guys made out at the end of the night and you even kissed him again to tell him goodbye.
That was the biggest regret of my life. I swear to God, making out with that ass.
Wow, what did he do? Because he sounded nice and he didn't mention anything about being a jerk on your date.
Well, obviously, he didn't give you the full story, but this is what actually happened. The night went great. As far as I knew, I was going to hang out with him probably the next day. But a couple days later, I went out with my friend back to that same restaurant that he took me to, which was amazing, by the way.
Wait, hold on. You went back to the same restaurant after going out on a date with Tom?
Right.
Okay.
So I went and we sat down, and this other random server came up to our table, and she looks at me and she goes, "Hey, would you mind having your brother give me a call sometime soon?"
Wait, what brother? Did you?
That's what I said. I don't have a brother. I don't know what she's talking about. I've never been to that restaurant before other than with Tom.
And Tom is not your brother.
Obviously, Tom is not my brother.
Right.
So was she talking about Todd?
I mean, I wasn't sure at the time what she was talking about, but she brings up seeing me a week and some days ago with some guy, my brother, I guess, and she talks about how she met Tom when he went out for a cigarette. Apparently there's a spot in the back where all of the servers take their smoke break, and he was out there having a cigarette, and they started talking. And she said that they had made out, and clearly they had some sort of a connection because she was pretty upset that he hadn't contacted her about it, and he said none of this to me.
So wait, when did they make out though? Like in the back alley while they're smoking, or later on?
I don't know. I wasn't there. I couldn't tell you when they made out, but I obviously, I don't know this chick from a hole in the wall, and she claims that he was my brother, so clearly there must have been enough going on between them for her to assume that.
That is
I can understand
really
why you think he's kind of a jerk then.
No, he's more than a jerk. He's a f***ing ass and a pig. The only reason why I didn't sleep with him is because my roommates came home. I was going to call him later, and then I find out when I went to the restaurant again that he actually was cheating on me. Like, what the hell?
Well, I don't know if you can call it cheating because you guys aren't really together.
I mean, I get it. It's low.
Right. Cheating might not be the word, but it's the lowest blow, and it's a disgusting move, and I would never want to be with a person who claims that it's okay to be with more than one chick in one night.
Oh, man.
I like
Well, Heather, I mean, every side has two stories. Would you like to hear Tom's side of the story?
No, I actually don't want to hear his side of the story. I actually don't even have time to be talking to you guys right now, but thanks for giving me a ring. Why don't you tell him to never contact me
Well,
again?
how about you tell him? Because he's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Are you f***ing kidding me right now?
No, I'm not.
So he's been on the line he's heard this entire thing.
Yeah, you can say hi to him if you want.
Let me talk to him.
Tom?
Listen,
Hi.
I'm so sorry. I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
you should be sorry. You're a f***ing pig. That's the grossest thing I have ever experienced. And thankfully I'm alright, but you really need some f***ing help.
Tom hung up.
He did?
Heather,
So he
Heather,
is
Tom,
guilty. I thought for sure.
He knew it was
Tom hung up the phone on us.
Yeah, he's a f***ing p***. Of course he hung up the phone on you.
Oh, my God.
I want to, Heather, I know you said you were busy, but can I try to call him back? I want to
You
talk
can
to
do
him.
whatever you want. I don't care.
I'll let you yell at him.
He's obviously guilty if he hung up.
If
Right.
he wasn't so two-faced, right? So if he didn't paint such a picture of such a nice, I don't know what happened.
I'm going to try to call him back and see if he'll answer.
Oh, my God.
Hey, listen, man. I don't know what else I can say. I don't know what I can say.
Hey,
about
Tom,
this. This
hang
is
on.
all-
Tom, Heather's gone. We let her go. Okay, so she's not going to yell at you. All right?
Were you that scared of her?
It's not that I'm scared of her. It's that I just feel like a complete creepazoid. What do I say to her?
Is what she said true?
Yeah, it's true.
What? Dude?
What the hell,
So what
Tom? Why would you call us and not know what was going on?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I went out for a cigarette break, and I don't know. I didn't think that date one was like we're exclusive. I don't know. It was stupid. It was really dumb. Like,
And you told the waitress that she was your sister?
yeah.
Oh,
man.
Tom.
I just didn't. I mean, honestly, I didn't know she'd ever find out about it. It was dumb. Like,
Tom, what about the makeout thing that she was talking about? Did you do that while you were out on the date?
did I make out with the girl while I was out on the date?
Yeah, like in the alley.
Yeah, I did. We actually did a little bit more than make out.
I'm right here, Tom. Are you kidding me right now? This is unbelievable.
Man, you guys said that she was not on the phone.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
God, we
I lied.
There's a lot of liars.
Heather, we weren't exclusive. I wasn't planning on it happening.
Yeah, that's fine.
So
I don't
sorry.
care. I don't care if we were exclusive or not, but it's called human decency to not hook up with two women within 2 hours from each other. That's all I'm saying.
And how the hell did you get that done in 5 minutes in an alleyway?
That's a long time, you're right. That's a long time.
I mean, just so everyone knows, we didn't go all the way. We just fooled around and some stuff happened.
Oh, yeah, no, they didn't have sex. Yeah, everyone standing ovation for the one who didn't have sex in the back alleyway of a restaurant. Like, really big of you, Tom. Like, really big of you.
I'm sorry. Heather, I'm really sorry. I had this night where I was on. Like, I was on fire. I was in the zone. There was
You were on fire? What the hell are you talking about? This isn't a basketball game where you're shooting 3-pointers or something. No, this is you on a date with me, and you it up. I don't care if you were in the zone. I don't care if you just slam dunked, but you need to respect me. You need to seriously see me as a person that's worth your time, and you didn't. You disgust me.
I gotta agree with her on this one. Like, Trump, how could you go sit back down at a table after making out with some random chick in an alleyway and then have the gall to go back to Heather's house?
Look, I made a mistake, and I got caught up in the moment. It won't happen again. I don't think I'm going to be in this kind of situation again.
Yeah, you
and
won't be in this kind of situation again because I'm never going to go on a date with you again. Do you understand that? Like, it's unbelievable that you even did that in the first place. You will not get another chance to do it again.
Listen, I hear you. I know what you're saying, Heather. You don't want to go out again. I want another chance to show you that I can do this, that I can be a
Do what? Do what? Don't the waitress on our next date? Is that your plan? Like,
You know what? It's baby steps, when dating. You got to start small and teach guys not to do that, Heather, would you be willing to go on a second date with Tom? We'll pay for it.
Would you please go out with me and let me prove that I can show you that I can...
You will not finish your sentence because I'm going to let you know exactly how I feel about you right now. You are a bag of You disgust me. I actually considered sleeping with women after you. You made me so disgusted with men. And you made me embarrassed to go out on a date with a person that I normally would never go on a date on. So grow a pair of balls and do not talk to me ever again.
Heather, does that mean that you won't date any of your customers anymore either?
Obviously, I've learned my lesson, and I'm never dating another customer ever again.
Great. Thanks a lot, Tom. You've ruined it for everybody. Damn it.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
A text in at 78592 says, I can see if it was a different night because they weren't exclusive, but during the date, with like tons of exclamation points and question marks, talking about today's second date update. If you missed it, Tom wanted to call a girl named Heather. She wasn't calling him back after they went on a date. She was a bartender where he liked to go. He ended up asking her out, and they went out and had a decent date. But after the date, she wasn't calling him back. Why? Because she really liked the restaurant that he took her to. So she went back on another day with a friend of hers. And while she was there, the server came over and was like, hey, can you tell your brother to call me? Because he hasn't called me. It's like, what are you talking about? And she was like, oh, the guy you were in here with, your brother. So what was it, my brother? It was the guy I was dating. She's like, oh, well, because that day he said he was your brother. We went out back and messed around while I was on a smoke break and he went out for a cigarette. So he actually hooked up with another girl during the date, during dinner.
Wow.
On the date. Some dudes out there are like, he's my hero.
So gross, man.
That's a lot of work. That is way too much work.
He didn't pull it off. He got caught and called out on the radio. He didn't pull it off at all. Although it does sound like the waitress still wanted a night with him. So
I think he's good. I think he'll just move on to the waitress and be able to get it there. Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back. Just if you hooked up with somebody else during your date, probably know you got caught, and don't bother sending us an email on that one.
Moving 92.5. Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Now gather round, boys and girls. It's time for your second date update. And today we have quite a doozy of a story. Young couple went out and had a date on the farm. But now, unfortunately, she's not getting a call back. Where did her beau skedaddle to? Well, you'll find out right now in a brand new second date update.
Man, those skedaddling bows, I hate that.
Marissa is on the phone to do a second date update today, and that's what her email said. She said she had her first date on a farm. I'm interested to find out how that went. Marissa, what's up? How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Good. Or should I say howdy?
Yeehaw.
Oh, I like that.
Whatever you need me to do to make you feel comfortable. Thank you for doing the second date update today. So what's the name of the guy that you want to call?
Keith is his name.
How did you end up going to a farm? Your email wasn't really clear on that. It just said that you guys spent your date at a farm.
Right. So, backstory, I actually work on a farm.
Oh, cool. What do you do?
I'm a farmhand, just whatever we need to do, planting, weeding, working with the goats, feeding them, all that. Yeah.
Wow. So that's what a farmhand does.
Yeah.
I've had no idea. Interesting. Learned something new.
Yeah, we're more or less a jack of all trades.
Okay.
Cool. I assume you took him to the farm that you work on.
Yes.
How did you meet him?
So I was visiting the city. I was visiting one of my really good friends from school. We just got together and were hanging out at a bar, and she had a bunch of friends coming down, and he was one of those friends.
All right, so this guy came along in the group of friends that you were hanging out with. How'd you eventually decide to go on a date?
So when he initially walked in and met him, I thought he was cute. So we started talking, and we talked a lot throughout the night. And one of the topics that came up was what I do, which is working on a farm. He was really surprised when I first told him that. And he just kept coming back to it throughout the night, like asking me questions about what I do and how I got into it. And just all these different things.
Well, I could see that. It's a pretty interesting job. I've never met a farmhand.
Really?
Never.
Wow. You guys sure are city slickers.
That's what I said. Like I said, I've only lived in cities my whole life. I've never been out on farms or anything.
Do you think he was using it as a way to get to know you, or do you think that he was more interested in the farm than you?
I thought he was very interested in me because we had other conversations about other stuff, I don't know, maybe he was competitive because I said to him, come out and see if you can handle it. So I did kind of goad him a little bit, but he seemed excited.
Mm-hmm.
So he came out and we spent the whole day building a goat pen.
That's awesome.
A goat pen.
I think that's a really cool way to, one, get to know somebody and really know their personality. How did it go?
He was a trooper. He definitely struggled a little bit. I think it was tiring for him. But
was he a dude with know-how? Or did you have to instruct him the whole time?
No, he definitely needed the instruction. But he picked stuff up quickly. But you're not used to using muscles like that. You get tired.
If it would have been me, I'd have been like, you want me to now what? Into what? No. It's so dirty in here.
Did you see the shoes I wore for this date?
Can we just go inside and watch some Netflix or something?
Yeah, no, he did show up in Converse, but that was all right.
So, you think he had a positive experience and he wasn't emasculated by having to listen to a lady tell him what to do on a farm, right?
No, he was totally cool with that. There was one slightly embarrassing moment that happened. After we were finished and we got all the goats in there, we were putting down hay for them and he was bending over. And one of the goats jumped on, kind of mounted him and started humping him.
So he got humped by a goat in the goat pen.
I was going to ask if he got any action on this date, but I guess you just answered my question.
Well, he did. Actually, what was even funnier was that he didn't quite get it. He thought the goat just really liked him. He's like, "Oh, look, you don't really like me," and then I kind of had to pull the goat off of him.
It likes you.
He realized what was really going on at that point.
The goat likes you a little too much. Get the goat off of your back. So how did everything end with him?
It was an awesome night. So we, had a bonfire outside, drank whiskey, hung out. He was a gentleman. He wanted to stay the night, but he slept on the couch in the living room.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
It's easier to sneak out and get back to that goat pen. That's why.
Oh, God, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
No wonder he's not calling you back.
Was he...
Oh, wow.
Did you guys hang out in the morning, too?
So here's the thing. He was actually gone in the morning when I got up, but there was a note on my fridge that said, "Thanks for everything. I had a blast."
If you left a note, that's still a good sign, right?
That's what I thought. So I texted him a handful of times, gave him a call, have not heard back.
God, it sounds like such a fun day, too, and a romantic end to the whole thing. Did you guys ever kiss when you were around the bonfire?
Yeah, we did. We made out a little bit. It was really nice.
That's the romantic. I was like, what romantic end? He got humped by a goat and fell asleep on a couch. Doesn't sound that romantic. Okay, the kiss, I guess, could be
put it that way.
considered. All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, call him, and get your second date update, okay?
Okay.
All right, hold on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
All right, welcome back
You're so dumb.
to today's second date update.
It's so dumb, and I actually love it.
If you missed the first part of today's second date update, Marissa is on the phone, and she works at a farm, and that's why there was a little goat sound to start off the second part of today's second date update. And she met a guy named Keith actually in the city when she was out with some friends, and he was very impressed that she worked at a farm, so she invited him out the next weekend to come check things out on the farm. They spent the whole day together. They built a goat pen.
Yeah.
And
It's good, Jubal.
thank you. And then they had a bonfire and whatever at night. And he slept on the couch. She woke up the next morning to find a note on the refrigerator that said, "I had a great time." And now she's heard nothing from him. So we're about to call him and find out what the reason is. Marissa, you ready?
Yes.
All right, well, here we go. I'll dial this phone number right now, okay?
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Hello? Hello? Okay, I think you may have the wrong number.
No, Keith. Hey, is this Keith?
What? Yes.
Keith, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
What?
Yeah,
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
A radio show?
Yeah, that wasn't a goat who called you. That was me making a goat sound.
I bet he was.
Okay.
I wanted to ask you a few questions about a mutual friend that we have.
A mutual friend?
Yeah.
I don't think I have any friends in radio.
No, she's not in radio. Her name is Marissa, and you sort of went on a date with her.
You want to... What now?
I wanted to see if you could tell us a little bit about your date with Marissa, because she emailed us and says that since you guys spent an afternoon hanging out at her farm, she hasn't heard from you, and she really thought you guys had a good connection and wanted to go out again.
She said all that, did she?
Yeah, she did.
It's a lot of groanings.
It's a segment we do on our show called the Second Date Update. If you go out on a date with somebody and they don't call you back, they email us so that we can call you and find out why.
A second date? There has not been a second date.
No, I know. Yeah. I know. That's what the segment is called. She's basically asking why there won't be a second date.
Oh.
Did she do something wrong?
I don't know. It was okay for a while. It was okay at first as far as dates go. But let's just say it got weird at a certain point. And
was it after you were humped by a goat?
She told you about that part too, huh?
Yeah, she told us all about it.
That was one of the highlights, really.
No, honestly, that wasn't it. That was actually, that was a surprise. But it ended up being, like a funny moment,
When she described the date, it sounded so fun. There was a bonfire at the end. You guys made out a little bit.
Yeah, I mean,
you don't agree, do you?
On paper, it sounds great, and honestly, a lot of it was really cool. I was really interested in her whole farm deal, and getting to swing a hammer and stuff. Do that kind of old school stuff was super fun. It was great. There was a certain point it got weird. And, just all in all, she's real cool. It's just I don't think I'm ready for for everything about what she's got going on out there. So
you don't think you're ready for farm life? When did it get weird?
There was a moment that happened that has been really impossible to get out of my mind.
You have to share. It's killing me.
Oh, it's not killing you.
What does that mean?
It's killing you.
Okay, listen, I'm going to tell you, but I'm not crazy about telling the story. Basically, came out there. We started pretty quick building this goat pen, which honestly was really fun. It was very Little House on the Prairie kind of deal. We're picking up fence rails and super fun.
Okay.
After a while, Marissa asked me, "Are you getting hungry?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm really working up an appetite. This is great." She's like, "Cool, I'll go get some food." And she walks straight over to the chicken coop, and I hear a little commotion in the chicken coop. She comes walking out. She's got a chicken, and she's sort of walking towards the house, and I'm just watching her go, as you do when there's a girl. She's walking away.
Yeah, you always watch, for sure.
And as she's walking away, casual as anything, she just quick, snaps the neck of the chicken.
Oh, my God.
Wait, why
So
is
you
that?
watched her murder a chicken.
Yeah.
She just snapped its
Well, you
neck.
guys, come. It's farm life, man.
Yeah, but you don't just kill an innocent chicken.
Yeah,
Hey,
you do if you want to eat
innocent
chicken.
chicken.
For what?
I'm just saying.
Absolutely, you do. You pluck it, you cut the head off, and you go to town.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's how it's done, but I never wanted to see it happen, and I never had seen it happen, and I never want to see it again.
I'm like you. I just like to pretend that somehow the chicken shows up cooked on my plate. That's how it's born.
I don't ever. Yeah.
So,
I know intellectually it was once alive, and now it's a sandwich, but I see the head of the chicken is pointing the wrong way now. And she didn't even break stride. She just crack, la la la, walking down the way with this, dead feather thing in her hand.
Wow, that's it?
Wait, who's that?
It's Marissa.
yeah, Keith, I should have told you Marissa is actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Well, you did not say she was on the phone right now, dude.
I know. Slipped my mind. I'm sorry about that. I completely forgot. But now maybe you guys can talk it out a little bit. I don't know.
Listen,
Hello?
I knew this was your first time at a farm, but I didn't think that you were naive enough to not know where a chicken comes from. You know, like the stuff on your plate, it gets there. It's not like I sing a little song to it and it goes to sleep and then we have a chicken and we can roast. You know what I mean? Like, that's how it happens.
I mean, yeah, listen, hey, I know that happens, okay, but I was not ready to see that, and you gave me no warning. If you had said anything, if you had said, hey, I'm going to go over here and rip the head off a chicken right now, you know, I would have been at least able to brace myself or maybe look away. I probably would have looked away.
Oh, come on. You're so dramatic. It wasn't that bad at all. First of all, I was walking away from you. You saw I had a chicken in my hand, and I said, are you hungry for dinner? Like, you can't connect the dots on that one.
Honestly, I thought you were going to get some eggs.
I wanted an omelet.
He's like, makes sense. He's like, she's got a chicken. Clearly, she's planning on making an omelet.
Yeah, it's not like I massage its butt and it gives me eggs. Like, that's not how it works.
Dude, am I the only one here that's actually really impressed by Marissa? If anything, Keith, I think you should be turned on. I mean, a woman who can take a chicken from life to death, pluck it, and serve it to you for dinner is impressive.
Thank you.
I mean, if we were like, you know, caveman times, I got a debit card. That's how I go and like hunt things, you know. I don't have to go I don't have to put on like rubber overalls before I do it.
Rubber overalls sound amazing. I need to know where to pick those up.
It's just crazy. Like, you go and you eat chicken all the time, right? Like, why is this an issue?
I used to.
Oh, right. So now you're a vegetarian because this whole thing?
No, but
then you're just a hypocrite.
And Marissa, this is not like something, you know, in my head or I'm thinking about it and like, oh, my principles. It's like, it freaks me out. It freaks me out. I don't know if you noticed, but I did not eat any chicken that night. I could barely look at it because I saw what happened to it. And, you know, that night I was sleeping on the couch and I'd start to drift off and then I would just see you just snapping that thing's neck.
Oh my God!
You hear that, Marissa?
A horror film.
Keith didn't call you back because he thinks you're a monster.
Oh my God!
Honestly, I thought it was going to take. It is taking me longer than I thought to like start to get over it, and I have not touched chicken since. I can't. I don't even like to smell it. It freaks me out.
Well, I can tell you, it looks a lot worse if you're eating a pig or a cow.
And here's the thing. I mean, the way Marissa did it, she probably had a name for the chicken. It lived a good life. You should be grateful for...
Well, that makes it way worse. Come on. That's terrible. It makes it like it's a pet, like a puppy or something.
Oh, no.
For your information, her name is Sophia.
Oh, no.
Oh.
There you go, Keith.
God, great. Now I'm going to be having nightmares of Sophia's neck getting snapped. Thank you.
Well, Keith, I have to ask the question. I think I know the answer. But would you like to go on a second date with Marissa? We will pay for it.
I gotta say no.
Please.
No.
Dude, Marissa, you are better off. You don't want a sissy city boy anyway.
No complaint here.
Oh,
all right. Well, Marissa, there you...
The issue is, like, he could have at least said something.
Yeah.
Keith, you never even said anything about it being an issue.
Keith, you could have handled it exactly how I would have handled it if I saw that. If I saw her snap that chicken's neck, I would have screamed and ran. I would have done it.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 that says, OMG, city boys are so weak. You know, I take offense to that. The other day, I was getting a manicure, and they went a little too deep doing my cuticles, and that hurt. And you know what? I only cried a little.
Oh, how manly.
Yeah. And a lot of people are texting in at 78592 saying they'd love to date Marissa from today's second date update. If you missed it, Marissa met a dude named Keith. She works as a farmhand. He's like a dude, didn't know much about farms, so they went on a first date to her farm. And the reason that he wasn't calling her back, he's scared of her because he saw her murder a chicken. That's what she was making for dinner. And he saw her kill a chicken, and it was just way too much for him.
Dude, I can barely bring a box of dinner to fruition on my stove, let alone kill a chicken and serve it to you. So,
Most
just
people,
saying, there's not much more woman than that.
Most dudes are texting in at 78592 saying they'd love to date her and watch her kill chickens. I don't know. I'm undecided. I've never seen a chicken die in front of me, so
You haven't?
I don't know. No, I don't know how I feel about it. I'd be scared to see it and then find out that's my thing. So anyway, remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5.
92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
You know, there are all kinds of dates. There are good dates. There are bad dates.
Mm-hmm.
There are dates that end prematurely.
Really?
And
That
then everybody
solicited
is disappointed. I've had a lot of first dates end prematurely. And, you know, I've never been disappointed. I've always been perfectly fine with it. But Joe, who's on the phone today, had his date end prematurely, and he's actually disappointed about it. What's up, Joe?
Hey guys, how you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
I just established right off the bat, we're talking about, like, it didn't last very long in terms of time. Well,
No, it didn't
that's
last
not
long at
even
all, did it,
good.
Joe?
I
Believe
mean,
me, that wasn't the case here.
I still don't know what we're arguing.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about whatever Jubal is going into right now. The date didn't last very long. I'm fine in whatever department he was going into.
What are you reading
Okay.
into, Joe? I
Thank
was
you,
talking about your
Joe.
date. You said you guys didn't even get through it. Jeez.
I had a great date planned out, right? I really like this girl, Allison, and she's just an amazing, amazing girl. It didn't really go as planned.
God, it sounds like you have a lot of pressure riding on this one date leading up to it.
Well, I really like this girl, and I wanted to make a good impression. I got these really great tickets to a show I thought she would like. I spent way too much money on it, and I got my car washed, and I got it detailed and
Car wash.
everything.
Because a girl always notices when a man rolls up in a clean car.
Absolutely, that's what I thought. And I get there, I pick her up, and we're on our way to the show, and my car broke down. I just had it looked at last month. I don't know why it broke down, but it just...
Yeah, my car has broken down on a
Okay,
lot of
Jubal.
dates too, Joe.
Quote unquote.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
My car literally broke down. I don't know what you're implying, but my car literally broke down.
Yeah, that's
I
what
think-
I'm saying. Broke
I think
down.
he's implying that you didn't check the dipstick before you left.
You know, my dipstick was fine. Something happened with the motor. I don't know what it was.
All right, I can tell, Joe, that you're getting annoyed with this. Okay, so your car broke down, and what happened then?
The car broke down, and I was trying my best to fix it. I was getting really frustrated with it, and she was actually so sweet. We went to a gas station. She helped me fix the car, and we did fix it, but by the time it was fixed, the show had already started. And so I thought, well, there's no point in going to the show now. We were already halfway into
Okay,
it.
but wait.
That sucks.
Can we stop for just a second? You fixed your own car? You didn't call AAA?
I figured I was in a hurry. I wanted to get to the show,
No,
and I wanted...
I'm saying that's impressive, and that right there should have won you a second date.
I mean, I wanted to show her I was a real man, that I could fix my own car, maybe salvage this date somehow.
Yeah, you could get under
I'm
the hood
impressed.
and adjust the wingdings. You
Exactly.
know, I know all about that,
Man,
dude.
Jubal.
I know all about it.
Show her that I can put it in a little elbow grease.
Was she impressed?
She was impressed, and I was impressed that she was not, above helping me fix it herself. She got right in there with me.
So, I mean, none of this sounds bad. Yeah, it didn't go as planned, but that doesn't mean it went bad.
I mean, I spent a lot of time planning the date, and I spent a lot of money on the tickets, and it went completely 90 degrees in a different direction than I thought it was going to go. And she asked me if I could just take her home because then I was kind of shot, and so I thought, well, maybe I can parlay this into, I don't know, making her a nice dinner or something at her place, and maybe a little Netflix and chill or something.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Hey, you made the car break down on purpose, didn't you?
Yeah, not as impressive, Joe, but okay.
I did not break down the car on purpose, I assure you that.
So how did you end things then with her?
Well, I took her back to her place, and I asked. I said, well, would you like to at least hang out for a little bit? Maybe I can make you some dinner. And she said, well, maybe another time, right? And so I just thought, oh, okay, maybe I can come back in a couple hours. Let me give you a chance to, shower, get yourself ready. And she said, no, like another day. And oh, okay. I maybe overplayed my hand there a little bit, but I thought, okay, fine. I'll go out with her again some other time when my car is in better shape or something. So I was texting her back and forth, trying to call her, and just nothing. It went like radio silence. I thought, what did I do to offend this girl?
And how many hours would you say you guys spent together from pickup to car breakdown to drop off?
We had to know each other pretty well in 2 hours, helping me fix my car like that.
Yeah.
You didn't have any big freakouts while you're trying to fix it, did you? You start beating up the car and yelling and cussing?
No. I mean, I was a little upset. I mean, who wouldn't be? I had this whole great date planned, and then my car breaks down. It's embarrassing.
Okay. Well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
All right, thanks, guys.
Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just tuning in for today's second date update, Joe is on the phone, and Joe is what we like to call a real man. That's right. Joe can fix a minor problem on his car with his bare hands in under 3 hours. Pretty amazing feat. And that's what happened on his first date. It actually ended up ruining his date, though, because they never made it to the show they were trying to go to. And then after his car broke down and they fixed it, he ended up taking her back to her place. And now she's not calling him back, and he wonders why. Why wouldn't she call you back, Joe? You're the last real man on earth.
Hey, I never said I'm the last real man on earth. I fixed my car, and I did my best to show her a good time. And
damn it, Joe, bragging again.
Quit showing us up.
God.
Joe, I mean, they're kidding, but it is pretty sexy when a man can, be hands-on and fix stuff.
Well, I do what I can.
Yeah, but I will say, you sound almost a little angry that she isn't calling you back.
Oh, yeah, I put in a lot of time with that date, and I prepared for it.
Okay, so there should be no reason why you didn't get a call back.
I'm flabbergasted. I have no idea why she's not coming back to me.
All right, well, I'll dial her phone number right now and see if we can figure it out, okay?
All right.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Allison, please?
This is Allison.
Hey, Allison, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Huh?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show.
What?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show.
I don't understand.
We can tell.
English or... Because I can speak Spanish to you if you need.
Can you?
No, I speak English fine. I just don't know what's happening right now.
I'll explain. My name is Jubal. I host a radio show called Brooke and Jubal in the morning. And we have a listener who emailed us about you.
What?
I feel like the appropriate response.
We do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them back after, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and find out what happened. And recently, you met up with a dude named Joe.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And Joe liked you a lot, and he told us about your date, but now he says you're not calling him back.
Okay, yeah, but what does that have to do with you?
Well, our job is to see if we can get you on the phone and ask why you don't want to talk to Joe.
Okay, but I never said he could talk to anyone about me.
Well, just so you know, he only said good things.
Well, what did he say?
He said that you guys were going on a date. He had planned to take you to a show. He was really excited about it, but unfortunately, on the way to the date, his car broke down, and he took you home and hasn't heard from you since.
Okay, that happened.
He also said that you were super awesome and that he really wanted to impress you, and that he was super bummed that you guys missed the show.
So he's saying what he did was supposed to impress me.
Well, the tickets are going to, but I was impressed that he fixed his own car. I thought that was pretty sexy. I mean, a man who can do that is kind of awesome.
Yes, a man that could do that would be awesome.
Okay, so that's him, though, because he said, unless he's lying, he said his car broke down and then he fixed it and then had to take you home. And he said you chipped in, too. He said you helped out.
He said I helped?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did all of it.
You fixed his car?
We broke down. He got out like he was going to check it out, and instead he stood by the side of the road and stared at the car.
What?
Like he didn't even open the hood? He just...
No. So I got out and asked him if he was going to pop the hood and check it out, and he told me that he could not.
What do you mean?
And when I asked him why, he said it was because he didn't want to ruin his new leather pants.
No way!
Shut up.
And that was when I noticed his skin-tight leather pants that apparently cost him a lot.
Wait,
He was wearing... Yeah, forget the car for a second. He was wearing leather pants.
Leather pants.
I don't know if I'm more like surprised and shocked that he was wearing the leather pants or that it took you so long to notice the leather pants.
Well, just wearing the leather pants in general is kind of a turnoff. And then
to tell me that you can't fix your car because you don't want to get them dirty?
Well, they were probably expensive. I think leather clothing is usually pretty expensive.
So, did he just stand over you while you fixed his car?
I told him he should go run back to the gas station that was down the road and pick up a few things to see if we couldn't get things working. And I let him go. And by the time he got back, I had the car fixed for him.
Good job.
Wow, that's so cool.
Now I think you're sexy.
Man. So he walked all the way to Ren of the gas station in leather pants? That is hot, steamy. Yeah.
That just
That
sounds
is
swampy, doesn't it?
Not attractive.
So you guys can probably get why I'm not wanting to talk to him anymore, right?
I personally don't. I like anybody in leather pants. And that's why I like Joe, because Joe is actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
He's on the phone.
Yes, he is. Joe?
Do you even understand how expensive those pants are? I shipped them in from Italy. They were handmade.
Wow.
Yeah, wow, exactly. It's actually worth more than your car, probably.
Whoa, Joe, the insults.
Well, she's insulting me, saying I'm not a man. I helped, okay? I just didn't want to ruin my pants. I helped.
I'm really not concerned with how much your leather pants were. The fact that you asked me to fix your car so that you didn't get them dirty is where my concern lies right now.
Look, I offered to help. I walked all the way to the gas station in those pants to get the supplies to help us fix the car. I thought it would be a good bonding experience, actually.
We didn't even use any of the supplies you got. I got it fixed without any help from you.
That's because I told you what was wrong with it. I knew what was wrong. I just didn't know how to fix it.
That's pretty much like fixing the whole car, Joe.
The engine.
So are you more upset, Allison, that he didn't fix the car, that he wore the leather pants, or was it just kind of the whole package?
It's definitely the whole package.
Okay.
Wow, this is like so disrespectful. Do you realize how much I put into this date? The washing my car, getting tickets to a concert that you like, and this is the thanks I get for this. This is beyond me. You are so stuck up. I'm so pissed off.
Well, since you're being such a sweetheart, Joe, I wasn't going to offer up the fact that you were also wearing a burgundy choker.
What? Choker?
Wait, what's wrong with my choker?
Who wears a choker on a date?
Well, you know what? I'll tell you who does wear a choker on the date. French people, Italian people, people from the UK.
Leather pants and a burgundy choker, Joe.
Yes, all the girls in Italy love that.
Yeah.
Maybe I should just go to Italy, and maybe those girls would appreciate my effort.
Maybe you should go to Italy.
That is some risky fashion choices on a first date, Joe.
I like to be bold. I'd like to make a statement.
Yeah,
And-
you made that.
Yeah.
You did it.
Instead of Italy, what about Italian? Would you guys like to go on a second date? We will pay for it. Allison, will you go out with Joe one more time?
Definitely not. I'm over Joe.
But you know what, Allison? I'm sorry I put in so much effort with you. You're clearly not worth my time.
Oh,
Wow.
man.
That's true. Dudes who wear leather pants, they don't have a lot of time.
You know what? At least I have the to wear something like that, Jubal.
Or you don't. Because those things are very tight.
I see what you're saying there.
And you know what, Jubal? We can have a leather pants off. I will prove to you that I can wear those things better than you can wear even jorts, whatever the hell you're wearing.
Dude, I am down. I will look, okay, you didn't get a second date with Allison, but you did score a date with me. We're gonna have a leather pants off, you and I.
I want pictures.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm all for it, buddy.
Let's do it, chump. I'm popping online right after this and purchasing some.
You tell me the time and place, and I'll be there.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
Let's do it.
This is the manliest fight I've ever witnessed. So great, guys.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 says, that dude is everything that's wrong with America. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning talking about today's second date update. In case you missed it, this dude Joe wanted to call Allison. They went out on a date, the car broke down, and then after they got the car working, she wanted to go back home, and then she wasn't calling him. So we got her on the phone and found out the reason she wasn't calling him back was because the car broke down, and she had to fix it herself. And why is that? Because he didn't want to get his leather pants dirty.
Hey, you know what? Those things are expensive.
It's just the funniest image to imagine, like pulling up to the side of the road and seeing the girl working on the car and a guy in leather pants wearing a choker
Hey, you know what?
sitting on the sidewalk.
I appreciate a good role reversal. I do.
Of course.
And what I'm more excited about is Jubal and his walk-off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was worth the second date in and of itself.
Totally.
Yeah, and don't forget he was wearing a choker.
Yes.
She revealed that a little bit more through it that he was actually wearing a choker and leather pants. I love it, yeah. I can't wait to throw that stuff on and challenge this guy.
Hey, at least he's putting effort in, I guess.
Remember,
he put more effort into his outfit than I would put into my outfit on a first date.
If you want to do a second date update, all I have to do is email the show, and we'll call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
The girl on the phone for a second date update today is obviously really disappointed that she's not getting a call back because she got wined and dined on her first date. I'm talking like a tour of the world, basically. She got to go to Italy at this restaurant called Sparrow, and then maybe some American cuisine after at a place called Cinnabon, which I've heard a lot about. Yeah.
Did she really eat at the mall?
Yes, she did. She ate at the mall on her first date, and now the dude is not calling her back. Her name's Jaylene. What's up, Jaylene?
Hey, guys.
Okay, wait.
Hey.
You don't sound 14, so I'm confused.
No, I'm not.
Okay, but your first date sounds amazing. I've heard of that Italian restaurant before. I've never been able to pronounce the name, though, but I've heard it's great.
No, I work at the mall, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So who did you go out with, a customer or a coworker?
It was sort of a customer. He had walked in and, I was having a really bad day. And of course, customer service is always wonderful when you're having a bad day. But I think you could tell that something was wrong, or I don't know.
Where do you work at the mall? I mean, you don't have to say what the business is, but what do you do?
I work at a kiosk. So, I meet different kinds of people.
Okay, yeah, that would be a frustrating job at the mall, especially the people that handle lotions and stuff, because you have people just turning you down all day long. Eventually, you probably want to throw a lotion bottle at their head. So, anyway, you were having a bad day, and this dude could tell?
Yeah, it just seemed like he could tell, and he like trying to cheer me up. So we got to talking there for a bit, and then I had to get back to work. So he said, do you have a break coming up? And I said, yeah, in about like 30 minutes, I'll have my lunch break. So he said, all right, that's great. I have some shopping to do. Why don't we meet at the food court? So
that's cute.
Yeah.
Were you excited?
I was. I mean, everybody usually ignores me. So the fact that this guy, this attractive guy, is talking to me and just cheering me up, I thought it was really sweet.
Yeah.
Okay. And so how was the food court? Everything that you had hoped for and more?
Well, of course. So I walk, down to the food court, and he's already gotten a table for us. He's already ordered lunch for us. He ordered Kung Pao chicken.
Well, because you probably don't have a very long break. He needs to get that going.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, he's got to know that, I don't have that much time. So he had everything ready.
Like, trust me, I know the owner at the Panda Express. I got an extra orange on the orange chicken today.
Hey, dude, I may date somebody based on that knowledge alone, Jubal. I'm just saying.
Yeah, so it was really sweet and nice. And then after, he's like, so do you want to split a churro with me? It's like, sure. I really have to get back to work. But anyways, we exchanged numbers. And we were talking back and forth like the next 4 or 5 days. And we weren't just texting, we were like talking on the phone and having great conversations.
Really?
Yeah, nothing weird, nothing...
Like he didn't just send you a picture of his churro off the top, like normal text conversation.
Right. There was nothing perverted or like super sexual or anything like that. It was just great conversation and just getting to know the other person. But like, I don't know, we had a lot in common. And
And I bet when you saw his name pop up on your phone, but that felt awesome.
Yeah, it did until he stopped responding to me. And then I was like, what did I do wrong? How...
Yeah. Way to rub it in, Brooke.
Oh, that's not what I meant. I mean,
It was
before you never
probably
saw it
so
again.
amazing whenever he would contact you, but now he's not contacting you at all, so that's gotta hurt.
I think that there's got to be a reasonable explanation. Or I want there to be anyway.
A reasonable explanation for making me feel bad? I don't know.
I didn't mean to make you feel bad.
Well, all right. Well, how long has it been since he's talked to you?
It's been about a week.
It's been about a week. Okay.
That's a
All
lot
right, well,
if you guys were talking daily, too.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, it was like fast and furious. We would talk like all day long for like a week, and then just nothing.
okay. Well, we'll play a song, come back, and call him and get your second date update, okay?
Well, I really hope you can reach him because I can't. So
We will find this guy. If I have to go to every Wetzel's Pretzel, I will find this dude for you. Okay?
thank you.
We'll do it right after this. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just tuning in for today's second date update, Jaylene is on the phone and she met a dude named Justin at the mall. She works there at a kiosk and apparently they struck up a conversation and then shared a romantic lunch at the food court. And then after that, they've texted back and forth for like 5 days, every single minute of the day, she says. And she was surprised when he just kind of dropped off the face of the earth and stopped talking to her.
Yeah.
Personally, I was surprised to learn that people still go to the mall. So that's cool.
Jaylene, I'm sure you've gone through like 8,000 different scenarios of what could be going on because you said you even had actual phone conversations with this person.
Right.
What do you think it is? You haven't given us your theory.
I don't know. I've been racking my brain about this. Like, he's married or something? I mean, I don't know.
That's where I went too.
Really?
That's where I went in my head. You're in a relationship.
Maybe.
Seen a ring.
No, because she hasn't seen his house. She hasn't seen his car. Like, she's seen no proof of his personal life.
But he didn't try and hook up with me, so I don't get it. I mean, it's not like we, hooked up the first night we met and then that's all he wanted. I don't know why he would talk to me every day for a week and then just...
Maybe he's a time traveler.
What? Why would you
Because-
come to that conclusion?
I think he's from 1992 because you met at the mall and he actually called you on the phone. And that's the last time I think those things have ever happened.
I mean, at this point, I guess anything's possible.
All right, well, I'll dial his phone number right now and see if we can figure out why he just stopped talking to you. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Justin, please?
Yeah, you got him.
Hey, Justin, how are you, man? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Who? Who is it?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
What's that?
It's a radio show.
All right, so he listens.
What? Who are those people? Is there like a lot of you over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 3 of us right now.
Okay. Why are you guys calling me? What can I do for you?
Well, I wanted to see if I could grab a few minutes of your time because we got an email from someone who listens to our show and they wanted us to call you on their behalf.
Okay. Who? What? It's weird, man. What's going on?
It is weird.
It is. It's a girl that you met at the mall and you guys had lunch at the food court. You guys talked for a little while, about a week, and then you just kind of stopped talking to her. Her name's Jaylene.
Oh, yeah, Jaylene, yeah. Yeah, I know her.
Okay. Well, Jaylene emailed us and wanted to see if we could get you on the phone and find out why you stopped talking to her.
Oh, man, we're good. We're fine. We did, we got what we wanted, or got what I wanted, and we're good.
Wait, hold on, though. What did you want? I think that maybe that's the confusing part for all of us when you say that.
Well, I mean, it's, end of transaction. It's just,
You got what... Okay, normally when I ask a girl to lunch or dinner or something else, there's something that I want out of it that I don't think you want. Like, what transaction are you talking about?
Well, I mean, I don't want to tell you guys because, if I say anything, then everybody's going to know what I'm doing. And, like, not everybody could think of this. So kind of want to keep to myself for a while, maybe. You know what I'm saying?
So wait, you think that you have some genius plan that you don't want leaked out? Is that why you don't want to tell us?
I got a genius plan that I don't want leaked out that nobody else thought of yet. So, yeah, no.
That involves Kung Pao chicken in a mall food court?
Well, I mean, sometimes it's Kung Pao, sometimes it's churros. I think we did a Mongolian grill one time. I mean, I was like...
Wait.
What? Okay, so this is something that you do.
Yeah, man, it's just kind of my thing. It's what I do.
You use women for dates at the food court? But you paid, right? Who paid?
No, I paid, man. It's all part of it.
What's part of it? I thought you had
I mean, from what Jaylene told us, you guys had a nice connection. You had good conversation on the phone. And you had a quick date in the mall food court that ended in a churro.
Yeah, that's all correct. That's how it went down. Can you think of a better plan?
Well, you keep sounding so sleazy about it. Like, hey, I got what I wanted. But I still don't see what you wanted out of it.
Do you just not like to eat alone at the food court? Like you feel bad about that or something?
All right, here's the deal. You guys ready for this?
Yeah.
Yes, very.
All right. I only date girls from cell phone providers because that way you can get all those discounts and those special deals.
What?
Like for cell phones, man. I mean, I only date girls from mall kiosks, man, because like they're easy. They always say yes. You just take them up to the food court. It costs like $15 for whatever, and then you get this $900 phone discount. I mean, I've dated 3 T-Mobiles. I've dated 2 Verizons, at least a half a dozen Sprints.
Oh, my
I mean, there was one Boost Mobile ended kind of badly, but like you get all the special deals, and like some like I get plenty of lines from my crew, and like all my Christmas shopping is always done, and I get the newest. I like having the new stuff because I got my rep to maintain, so I like having that stuff. And some of these companies, they'll pay you to switch. They give you hundreds of dollars just to switch. So, like, if I gotta pay $15 to feed the chick, that's worth it, man.
I'm so conflicted right now because I really like that you're, like, using the cell phone companies because I hate them, but I don't want you to use a woman to do that.
Yeah, she lied to you.
Well, I don't just use one. I spread it out.
Yeah, women, plural, I guess. Did she give you a deal on a phone? Because she didn't mention anything about that.
Well, I mean, it didn't happen right away, like, not after we had lunch at the food court, so I had to, it took a couple of days, like, talking to her on the phone, but eventually, yeah.
What? Oh, my God. Hey, what the is going on?
Wait, who's that? Hello?
Oh, that's Jaylene, Justin. She's on the other line and wants to talk to you.
What?
Yeah, I'm here, and I've heard every single thing that you said, and I could get in a lot of trouble giving you those discounts, so thanks. Awesome.
So you did give him one?
Yeah, I gave him one, but I didn't know he was using me. I mean, it's not like I gave it to him right away.
Yeah, and
at least you didn't give it up right away. Like a lot of women, they'll give it up right after the food court, but apparently you made him wait a couple days.
That's good.
Dude, we're laughing, but that's messed up, Jaylene. I'd be pissed if I were you too, man.
I am pissed off. I don't even know what to do right now.
Look, I didn't use you. I bought you lunch.
Oh my God.
A little. Not a big deal. You're taking this way too seriously.
I wish that you would talk to me like this when you talk to me every single day, multiple times a day on the phone, because you sound like a douchebag. And I really wish this guy had been on the phone with me instead of whoever else you were playing.
Yeah, I don't really take life advice from people that work at kiosks.
Oh,
wait. So we should take life.
You know what, though? I don't take advice from guys that can't pay for their own cell phone bill instead of using girls to get discounts because they want an upgrade. Just buy the phone. Just work hard, buy the phone with your own money. That's just disgusting.
Amen, Jaylene.
I don't got to, sweetheart. It's called using your head.
Oh, my God.
You know what? You disgust me. And you know what? That cauliflower chicken that you got me was actually cold, too. So.
Well, you still ate it, and you gave me the discount, so I'm happy.
I think I know the answer to this, but hey, Justin, would you want to go out with Jaylene again on a second date? We'll pay for it. I know you like free stuff, so you get hooked up there.
Well, if she's still working at the kiosk, yeah, we can talk about maybe getting me a free upgrade.
Oh, my gosh. You don't stop, do you?
Obviously, you're not that smart because I can go in and cancel your service anytime I want.
Oh!
And you're an idiot because I can report you, too.
All right, listen, honey, you ain't going to do that because if you do, I'm going to tell your manager that you gave me the discount. And you're going to get in trouble and probably lose your job.
Oh, great. So now you're, like, blackmailing her or something. You're classy.
I don't blackmail people. I'm just saying there's a lot more kiosks where that came from, you know?
I think that's a risk I'm willing to take, Justin. I think that's a risk I'm willing to take.
Oh, my God. Jaylene, don't even put any more energy into this dude.
No, him. He should have his service canceled at noon today.
Oh, dang.
That is a lot of power.
Yeah, I'm still confused. Do you guys not want to go out, or do you want to go out? Nobody ever answered my question.
I'm good. I'm all set. I do not need any more Kung Pao tickets. Thank you.
All right. Well, I guess enjoy your cell service while you have it, Justin.
Say, I gotta go to the mall again today then.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Got a text in at 78592 that says somebody should tell that guy that cell phone companies, they usually give you a discount sometimes if you just call up and say that you're unhappy with their service. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning talking about today's second date update. If you missed it, this girl named Jaylene wanted to call a dude named Justin. They met at the mall. She works at a kiosk at the mall. And on that same day, he was like, "When's your break?" And she said when her break was. And then they met at the food court and shared some food, had a romantic time outside of Panda Express and all the other great establishments that the food court has to offer. And then they even talked on the phone for like a week, and then he just kind of went away. He stopped talking to her. We got him on the phone and found out why. Apparently this is what he does. He goes to the mall, meets a girl that works at a cell phone kiosk, wines and dines her. And by wines and dines, I mean goes get like a Diet Coke and a Cinnabon. And then he convinces them to give him a discount on cell phone service.
And
That's his thing.
He's so proud of his thing. That was what's odd to me. Like, aren't you kind of sad that you just can't, I don't know, pay for your cell phone coverage?
No, to him, he's a genius. He's
Yeah,
smart.
he didn't even want to tell us. He's like, I don't want people knowing my tricks.
Yeah, it's like, dude, I don't know, like maybe get a job?
Yeah, not that impressive.
No.
I mean, you know, it's always kind of wrong when you use somebody for something, but like people who are getting like cars and boats and trips around the world and things like that, pretty cool. But just getting a new phone, not necessarily that cool.
And he's not even getting them for free, I don't think. He's just getting a deal.
Yeah.
He's getting like an upgrade, like a cheap upgrade.
He's still spending hundreds.
Oh,
Remember-
man, she threw in a free case.
That's true. They decided not to go out again. Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show and we will call the person who didn't call you back.